AIG has obviously benefited from one type of government bailout. Other companies that come to mind that you know something about from your expertise in the auto industry, GM I'm thinking of. What do you think about their IPO, and what does it say about that bailout?
Well, on the one hand, I am thrilled with the new IPO at GM. It says that the American people, investors, have a renewed sense of confidence in our basic manufacturing capability and our domestic automotive companies, and that's all for the good. The bailout itself, still leaves a lot of questions behind. And I think what happened is that the administration looked at the potential for a conventional bankruptcy of GM and Chrysler and concluded that our whole bankruptcy system is incapable of handling something as complex as a GM or a Chrysler, that it might take 10 years, it might cost billions, and there might not be any company left at all at the end. So they went to a short-circuit approach. The President of the United States addressed the secured lenders and said, you need to get out of the way for the good of the country. And it totally turned the priorities of an ordinary bankruptcy completely upside down. Say what you will about it, whether it was the right decisions or not. We would not have a GM or a Chrysler today but for the assistance of the government.
The government bailouts were very controversial. TARP was controversial. Do you think they've worked? Did government play the role that it should have played in the wake of the financial collapse?
Well, no one will ever know for sure because we can't go back and rerun history. They were incredibly gutsy decisions by Paulson and Bernanke and Geithner and the Congress to allow government to step in that way to try and rescue something. I would have to say the rescue has worked. We did not have a complete meltdown. What we don't know is whether market mechanisms would have alternatively solved the problems. And I think that would have been a far riskier path. So while I might have quibbled with the details of TARP and everything else that went on, the overall philosophy of we better do something, I think was right.